Malta is small but stacked. Ancient temples, dramatic coastlines, sun-soaked villages, and some of the clearest water in the Mediterranean. It's got a little bit of everything, from history that goes back thousands of years to modern seaside spots made for lazy afternoons. In this video, I'm sharing the top 10 best places to visit in Malta to help you plan the perfect trip. Let's jump right in! Mdina is straight out of a movie. An ancient walled city perched high above the rest of Malta, with winding alleys, sandstone buildings, and a silence that somehow makes it feel even more powerful. It was Malta's old capital, and it still holds that royal, untouched energy. Cars are almost completely banned inside, so you walk through in peace. Every narrow street leads to something cool: a hidden chapel, a fancy old door, or a quiet cafe with views stretching all the way to the sea. At night, it's even more magical, dimly lit, empty, and echoing with the past. The city's main gate is iconic, and the Baroque St. Paul's Cathedral is worth stepping inside. But really, this place is about the atmosphere. You don't need a guide or a map. Just take it slow and let Mdina work its quiet spell. It's not big, but it feels larger than life. The Blue Lagoon is Malta's showstopper, a slice of Caribbean color dropped right in the middle of the Mediterranean. It sits between the tiny island of Comino and even tinier Comino, with crystal clear water that glows in every shade of turquoise. It's shallow, calm, and perfect for swimming, snorkeling, or just floating around like you've got nowhere else to be. Boats leave regularly from Malta and Gozo, and you can choose from quick transfers or full-day cruises with lunch, music, and sunbathing on deck. The lagoon does get crowded, especially in summer, but the water's so beautiful, it's hard to care. If possible, go on a private or at least more exclusive boat to have the best experience. There are snack stalls on shore and places to rent umbrellas, but the real highlight is the water. Get there early or late in the day if you want it a little quieter. Either way, it's a must. This is one of those places that looks photoshopped, and it's 100% real. Valletta isn't just Malta's capital, it's a compact, golden-hued masterpiece. Built by the Knights of St. John in the 1500s, the entire city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and you can feel the history in every step. But it's not frozen in time. Valletta is alive with stylish cafes, local shops, and bars tucked into centuries-old buildings. The streets are steep, straight, and full of character. Balconies hang overhead, colorful doors line the alleys, and every block seems to lead to a sea view. You'll find grand sites like St. John's Co-Cathedral with its jaw-dropping interior, and the Upper Baraka Gardens, which offer panoramic views of the Grand Harbor. And there's something super unique happening here too. Every day other than Sundays and public holidays, a cannon is shot at noon and at 4 p.m. Get there early enough to get a good spot to see it happen. You don't really need an itinerary for Valletta. Just walk, stop when something grabs your attention, grab a pastis or a coffee, and keep going. Valletta is small enough to explore in a day, but rich enough to stay with you way longer. If you've enjoyed the video so far, please subscribe to my channel and click the thumbs up button as well. One place worth visiting in Valletta is Fort St. Elmo, sitting right at the tip of the city where the Grand Harbor and Marsaxlokk Harbor meet. This star-shaped fortress has been guarding Malta for centuries, and it still looks like it means business. Inside the fort is the National War Museum, which takes you through Malta's military history, from the Knights of St. John and the Great Siege of 1565, all the way through to World War II and Malta's role as a key Allied base. The exhibits are clear, well-organized, and full of real artifacts, including one of the original George Cross medals awarded to the entire island for bravery. But it's not just about what's inside. Walking the ramparts gives you sweeping views of Valletta, the sea, and the three cities across the water. It's quiet, solid, and full of stories. A must-see for anyone curious about Malta's battle-scarred but proud past. The Saflieni Hypogeum is one of the most mind-blowing places in Malta, and one of the oldest underground temples on Earth. Carved entirely by hand over 5,000 years ago, it's a complex of chambers, halls, and tombs stacked 3 levels deep, hidden beneath a quiet street in the town of Paula. Inside, it feels like something out of ancient science fiction. The stone walls are smooth and curved, with eerie red ochre paintings still visible on some surfaces. There's even a chamber with acoustics so unique, it amplifies sound in ways scientists are still studying. Because it's so fragile, entry is limited to small guided groups, and you need to book well in advance. No photos, no big crowds, just you, a guide, and one of the most ancient, mysterious spaces you'll ever step into. If you're into history, archaeology, or just cool secret places, this is top tier. Dingli cliffs are Malta's natural balcony. Towering limestone cliffs that drop straight into the open sea, with nothing but blue on the horizon. It's the highest point on the island, and the sunsets here are next level. As the sun dips, the sky turns orange and pink, and the sea catches every bit of color. There's no beach, no boardwalk, no tourist buildup, just raw, open space and epic views. A small chapel, St. Mary Magdalene, sits right at the edge, adding to the dramatic vibe. You can walk along the cliff path, find a quiet spot, and just take it all in. Bring snacks or a drink if you want to turn it into a low-key picnic, and a jacket if the wind's up. It's peaceful, powerful, and feels miles away from the busier parts of the island. If you want to hit pause and watch the island breathe, this is the place. Gozo is Malta's quieter, greener sister island, and hopping over is one of the best moves you can make. The ferry ride only takes about 25 minutes, but it feels like a full reset. Think rolling hills, sleepy villages, and a slower pace that makes you want to stay longer than planned. There's plenty to do once you're there. You can explore the citadel in Victoria, an ancient fortress with killer views, or visit the Gantija temples, older than the pyramids. For nature lovers, places like Ramla Bay, with its red sand, or the inland sea at Dwedra offer unique spots to swim, chill, or take a boat ride through sea caves. Getting around is easy by car, scooter, or local bus. But honestly, just wandering, stopping for fresh food, and letting the day unfold is the Gozo way. It's laid back, lovely, and a totally different side of Malta you don't want to miss. Across the Grand Harbor from Valletta, the 3 cities, Vittoriosa, Senglea, and Cospicua, offer a deeper, quieter dive into Malta's history. They're older than Valletta, less touristy, and full of character. Walking through their narrow streets feels like stepping into the island's past, but without the crowds. Vittoriosa is the highlight, with its old fortifications, marina, and a peaceful, lived-in vibe. You can visit Fort St. Angelo, stroll the waterfront, and get lost in alleys where laundry hangs from balconies and time seems to move slower. Senglea has some of the best harbor views, especially from the Gargiola Gardens. Cospicua is more local and less polished, but real. You can take the ferry or a traditional dagajsa boat from Valletta. It's quick, scenic, and part of the experience. If you want a break from the tourist trail and a taste of everyday Malta, this is where you'll find it. St. Peter's Pool isn't your typical beach. It's a natural rock formation carved into a perfect swimming hole with flat ledges for sunbathing and crystal clear water for diving straight in. Tucked away near Marsaxlokk, it's one of Malta's most loved wild swimming spots, and once you see that electric blue water, you'll get why. There's no sand here, no lifeguards, no umbrellas, just nature doing its thing. Locals and travelers come to jump off the rocks, float in the calm bay, or just stretch out in the sun with a cold drink. It's chill, unspoiled, and a little off the radar, which makes it even better. The path down is a bit rough, so wear good shoes and bring what you need since there are no shops nearby. But that's the magic. It's not as busy as some other places, at least if you walk a little from the main area. Just sun, sea, and the feeling that you found something special. Marsaxlokk is a postcard come to life. Brightly painted fishing boats bobbing in the harbor, market stalls lining the waterfront, and seafood restaurants serving up the day's catch. It's one of Malta's most authentic and photogenic spots, and it still feels like a working village, not just a tourist stop. Come on a Sunday and you'll catch the full market in action. Fresh fish, local honey, spices, souvenirs, and the kind of lively energy that makes you want to linger. Even on quieter days, it's a great place to stroll, snap photos, and eat ridiculously fresh seafood by the sea. The colorful boats, called luzus, are painted with eyes on the front for protection, a Maltese tradition that goes way back. Chill by the water, order grilled octopus or lampuki when it's in season, and just enjoy the pace. Marsaxlokk isn't flashy, it's real, local, and full of character. And that's it for my Malta travel guide. Let me know in the comments below which of these 10 things you're most excited to do. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.